Hi everyone, welcome to episode 2 on the topic that we discussed earlier on how to get out from your comfort zone, right? Thank you guys once again for some of my friends, families who have commented on my videos earlier and giving me some positive vibe that we all needed. And I mean, you guys can still continue to give me comments and share videos around and let's see your comments that maybe some of the videos that you guys want me to do, want me to share, discuss together with you guys. And yeah, all right, so let's recap from the last video, very short recaps of last video that last episode that we have pointed out. Was first of me taking challenges of all the challenges that I have from my previous life, task myself to do things that is out of my comfort zone by taking other different types of courses from the actual things that I do for work and learning towards that. Yeah, so and also challenges that I have going for interviews with companies on the and getting like a difficult like pay range, increment and all stuff. Yeah, I mean, and also I have shared with you guys on how I start with my new career as a financial advisor. All right, so I shared with you guys that it's a very uncomfortable state where I brought myself in. All right, so and also I have to find like the which I have to find myself a good career itself, right? So make sure that the career really suit what I like and all stuff. Yeah, so and also what do I get? Yeah, I also did share with you guys on how much that I fail a lot of times. Like I fail and it's not once or twice. I fail a lot of times, but the determination that you have to keep on pushing yourself, I mean to keep on trying. You have to have this mindset inside you where time will always pass by, right? So pass very fast. So inside your mind too, like as time goes by, when you starts to learn, starts to read, absorb and understand it, and then your mind will actually expand by itself. I can say some people say it's bullshit talk, but for me, I guess it's for myself that I feel it that way. If I keep on practicing, and practice makes perfect, as what a lot of people say, right? Yeah, I mean, not all of us will understand this, but you guys have to keep on trying. Yeah, and also I did share about surrounding people around me, like my friends, and asking me why I should move to another career which I have been for so long. And also I have also supportive people around me too, like my families and friends who I mean, like the what I said before, like they commented on my Facebook, they commented my Instagram, they personal WhatsApp me and tell me all this motivation thingy. It's good that you share. I'm very impressed with you. All right, so this is all. It's just a sharing with you guys, so you can still comment more, right? Another thing is just make sure that you will have no regrets in future. Where you try all this stuff before. It's never too late to try anything, right? People get out of jobs and then they find another job. They will still have to adapt to it. So yeah, I mean, we as a human, we tends to accept it and move forward. It is just don't demoralize yourself. All right, so on this episode, let's move forward. I mean, on this episode, all right, I'll just like to share with you a very short one. I think some of my colleagues and my friends commented that the video is too long, so I guess I'm gonna make it short and simple for you guys to get more informations for you guys to get in. I mean, yeah, so let's move forward. Okay, first, I mean, first point I want to talk is about complaining. All right, so every human being, we do complain a lot, right? We complain to our colleagues, we talk to our friends, we go back, we talk to our family members, we complain, and complain. So, I mean, it's human nature that we do that. But the thing is, if we eventually not doing anything out of it, right? We just keep on complaining, and then it won't settle the problem itself, right? So the problem is there, and then you keep on complaining, and this thing will always be there. If you see by days, sometimes people take months, sometimes people take years for them to even what they call it, settle the problem, settle the complaint that they make. Some of them, they just waiting for people to basically to settle the problem itself, rather than them finding its sources and the problem. And sometimes the problems can be yourself itself. Doesn't have to be other people, right, surrounding you. It sometimes can be yourself. Like what I shared with you for the previous video in episode 1, stating that even myself, I've been not disciplined myself. I've been procrastinating a lot, and then it's all me. And then you always have to believe that the problems is there, and then you always have to reflect on yourself rather than you are reflecting on or complaining about other people, right? So you have to reflect yourself, and think by there we can move forward to it, right? And then for the second pointers, we always find excuses is not to do the thing. Oh, it's too hard, I'm too old to study, and and all these kind of things that I have always been listening to people surrounding me, right? So they will always find excuses. Oh, why should I move it forward? Why should I move to a new environment where I'm here, where I'm good? And then another point of view, if we go for a cigarette or we go for a break, then they will keep on complaining like, why my pay like this? Why my increment like this? The company doesn't do anything. So these kind of pointers that, if you have your own goals, and then and then you wanted to change it, and you feel like the goals that you want to reach you can't reach it that much, because of money. There's a lot of money holding you, like you have a lot of expenses, and then you also have to reflect yourself on what you're spending on, right? So all this kind of things. So we as human, we always find excuses to blame it on the excuses, so we don't have to change ourselves. So first point and the second point, it makes a lot of collaboration, where you have to always reflect on yourself itself. All right, so let's take an example for for a tree itself, right? So a tree can only grow up to the limit where it moves. It grows from the ground, from the roots up to the sky, right? So once they are up there, then they are growing, and then when they get old, they just die, right? So it cannot be moving by itself. It needs someone, like a human being, like for us to dig it out, the roots and all stuff, and then grow it at somewhere else, right? So trees, they don't have any choice but just to stay there. All right. Why I give you this example, and then another example that I just want to give you is like bird itself, right? So like a bird, some of the seasonal bird, basically, like they are coming from the north, and then during the cold season they will fly into the soft side of the world, and then they will just stay here for a while until the end of the cold seasons end, and then they will fly back to their actual places. So why I bring up these pointers, actually, we as human, we have the right to change our lifestyle or our mind at any time. Like let's say if you're breaking down, and then the next morning you can just be a happy person itself. If you put your mindset in it, you have to put your positivity inside and all stuff, So if you what do you call it, like in the morning, like what I shared with you, I think from the last episode, that everybody have a different ways of boosting themselves. I give you an example from last week, last video that I shared, is that I always go for a walk or run in the morning, although it is difficult for me sometimes, but I try to do it, right, as much as I can. I'm not trying to say that I every day do it. I sometimes do, like, have a lazy day too, but it's the thing that I want to put it at that way. So if I don't do it, and then my whole day will just be ruined, and then I will also find excuses of why I don't make it, or I don't feel good for that day, right? So yeah, I mean, we as human, we can change anytime, any point of time. If you just want to change, if you don't like your life, change it. If you don't like how much how you look, change it, right? So if you are like not fit or anything, like you feel like you're breathless every time, you can just change it. Actually, like for me, I just share with you, I just bring myself a teh tarik. So this is my addiction, but also, I mean, I also did not to drink it every day, but I always drink myself water or something, because it's a thing that I like, and it makes me feel better, right? So yeah, I mean, we as human, we can change whatever we want, right? So what we want to do, all right, we always say that all these kind of things, like what I say before to you guys, like all these videos is just for sharing, right? So sometimes what we say, we don't do it, right? So we are human who always have lapses in everything. So even for everyone else, right? Anyone else, even for myself, I always reflect to myself that I always have to be uh, positive of everything that I do, and I hope that like everybody get a good positive vibes on these videos that I have shared with you. And yeah, I'll stop from here, and I'll share with you guys more on other videos on any of this topic that we bring up on how to get out from your comfort zone. Please, once again, if you guys wants to comment or give me a review on my videos, please do so. I'm very open for it, even for hated comments that you guys wants to give. I'm very open for it. Like the more negative you are, the more I push myself, right? So if you guys don't give me any hated comments, I will still keep on going, right? All right, guys, thank you so much. Goodbye.